In a vast green forest where tall trees danced with the wind and rivers sang soft songs, lived a herd of buffaloes. They were strong, brave, and united. Among them was one buffalo named Beam, known not for his strength, but for his intelligence. While others loved to graze and rest, Beam loved to observe, think, and learn. He would watch how the birds built their nests, how ants carried food in a line, and how even the smallest animals worked together to survive. The other buffaloes often teased him. "Beam, why do you waste time thinking?" laughed one of them. "We are buffaloes, not philosophers." Beam would simply smile and reply, "One day, intelligence will be stronger than horns." The forest was peaceful, but danger always lurked nearby. A pride of lions roamed the edges, watching the buffaloes from a distance. The lions were waiting for the right time to strike. One evening, as the golden sun dipped behind the hills, the lions decided it was time. The leader of the pride, a powerful lion named Raka, growled, "Tonight, we hunt the buffaloes. They are large, but if we separate one from the herd, the feast will be ours." The beginning of trouble. That night, the lions surrounded the grazing field. The buffaloes were unaware, happily chewing the soft green grass. Suddenly, a young buffalo cried out, "Lions! Lions are coming!" Panic spread. The herd ran in all directions. Dust filled the air. In the chaos, one old buffalo stumbled and fell. The lions saw him and began to close in. Beam quickly noticed the danger. He shouted, "Everyone, circle around the old one. Don't run separately." But fear had taken over. None listened. The lions were getting closer. Beam realized that if they didn't unite, they would all be hunted one by one. He sprinted toward the old buffalo, using his horns to push him up. "Hold on, Grandpa. You're not alone." The old buffalo looked at him with tired eyes. "Beam, run. Save yourself." But Beam shook his head. "No one gets left behind." Brain the clever plan. The lions were almost there, their eyes glowing in the moonlight. Beam thought fast. He looked around and saw a patch of swampy mud nearby. An idea flashed in his mind. He turned to the old buffalo and whispered, "Pretend to be weak and stay near that swamp. I'll call the lions." The old buffalo hesitated but nodded. Beam ran a few meters away and shouted at the lions, "Hey Raka. If you're brave, come fight me." The lions turned their attention toward him. Anger flared in Raka's eyes. "You dare challenge me, buffalo?" "Yes," Beam replied boldly. "But only if you have the courage to face me alone." Raka laughed. "Alone? You fool. I don't need help for one buffalo." He roared and charged straight toward Beam. The other lions waited, eager to watch their leader finish the prey. Beam ran fast toward the swamp. The lion followed, thinking the buffalo was scared. As soon as Raka leapt to attack, Beam sidestepped sharply, and the lion landed, straight into the swamp. The mud swallowed him halfway. He tried to escape, but the more he struggled, the deeper he sank. The other lions panicked. Beam bellowed loudly, calling the herd. "Everyone, now, together." Hearing Beam's call, the buffaloes returned, charging in unity. Their hooves thundered like an earthquake. The lions, terrified and leaderless, ran away into the forest, shedding tree after the battle. When the danger was gone, the buffaloes gathered around Beam. The old buffalo smiled proudly. "Beam, your quick thinking saved us all." The younger ones who had once mocked him lowered their heads in shame. "We were wrong, Beam. We thought strength was enough. But today, your intelligence protected the whole herd." Beam smiled gently. Strength and intelligence must walk together. A herd that uses both can never be defeated. From that day on, the buffaloes made Beam their leader, not because he was the strongest, but because he was the wisest. Sun behind rain cloud, a new challenge. Days turned into weeks, and peace returned to the forest. But one morning, a terrible drought struck. The rivers dried, the grass turned yellow, and the forest animals began to starve. The buffaloes grew weaker each day. The herd gathered under a dying tree. "There's no water anywhere," cried one of them. "We will die if this continues." Beam looked at the horizon and said, "There's always a way. Follow me." He remembered that beyond the rocky hills, there was a valley that collected rainwater even in dry times. But reaching it was risky, the path was narrow and full of traps. "Trust me," he said. "If we move together, we'll survive." The journey began. The sun burned their backs, and dust stung their eyes. Some wanted to turn back, but Beam encouraged them. "Don't give up now. Courage is not walking when the road is easy, it's walking when your legs want to stop. Finally, after 2 long days, they reached the valley. To their relief, a small lake sparkled before them. The buffaloes ran into the cool water, drinking and splashing with joy. The old buffalo looked at Beam with tears in his eyes. "You saved us again, my son. You've given us life twice." Beam bowed humbly. "I only used what nature gave us, our mind and our unity."